Hello students, I am Priyanka Chaudhary from RBNB College, Srirampur. Today we are going to study here 11 Science Physics. In this 11 Science Physics, we are studying the chapter number 2, that is Mathematical Methods. Now in the chapter Mathematical Methods, we are going to study about the basic mathematical methods required for the 11 Science Physics, which consist of the scalar quantities and vector quantities. Means in the first chapter, units and measurement, we have studied about the different physical quantities. Now these physical quantities are differentiated in scalars and vectors. In case of scalars, all the quantities are represented by its magnitude only. And in case of vectors, all the physical quantities are represented by the magnitude as well as its direction. Now, these scalars and vectors have different mathematical operations. So, basic mathematical operations are addition of these vectors, then multiplication of the vectors. So in case of multiplication of vectors, there are main two types of multiplication of vectors, that are, first is the scalar product, it is also called as dot product, and the second one is the vector product, it is also called as cross product. So today we are going to study about the scalar product. So this scalar product is also called as dot product. So now scalar product or dot product is defined as, these are nothing but if any two vectors are represented by magnitude and the direction, then the scalar product or dot product of these two vectors is given by the formula. So we can write, if P bar and Q bar are any two non-zero vectors, then the scalar product or dot product of these two vectors are written as P bar dot Q bar, and it is given by the formula PQ cos theta. So we can say that the scalar or dot product of any two vectors is equal to the product of magnitude of these two vectors and the cosine of the angle between these two vectors. So now this is the formula for the scalar product of any two vectors. Now we are going to study about the characteristics of scalar product. So now in case of characteristics of scalar product, there are different characteristics, out of which the first characteristic is the scalar product obeys commutative law of vector multiplication. So first is scalar product obeys commutative law of vector multiplication. So we can write these characteristics as if there are two vectors or if there are two non-zero vectors p bar and q bar, then we can write here the dot product of p bar and q bar is given by p bar dot q bar, and it is equal to q bar dot p bar. So this gives us the first characteristics of scalar product. Similarly, the second characteristics of scalar product can be written as scalar product obeys distributive law of multiplication. So, the scalar product obeys distributive law of multiplication. So now, if we have three vectors, suppose a bar, b bar and c bar, then we can write the scalar product of these three vectors as a bar dot b bar plus c bar, which is equal to a bar dot b bar plus a bar dot c bar. So this gives us the distributive law of multiplication. Now next property can be written as, so there are some special cases of the scalar product. So if there are different values of theta, then the scalar product also changes. So next is special cases of scalar product. So the first case is if theta is equal to 0 degree. So we have the formula of scalar product as p bar dot q bar equal to pq cos theta. So now in this case, if theta is equal to 0 degree, that is two vectors are parallel or anti-parallel to each other, then we can substitute here 0. So cos 0 is nothing but 1. So we have p bar dot q bar is equal to pq. Similarly, from this we can write here, if there are I, j, k are unit vectors along xyz axis, we have I dot I is equal to j dot j is equal to k dot k is equal to 0. So this is the first special case when theta is equal to 0 degree. Similarly, if theta is equal to 180 degree, so if theta is equal to 180 degree, that means two vectors are anti-parallel to each other. So in this case, we can write here p bar dot q bar is equal to pq cos 180 degree, and cos 180 degree is nothing but minus 1. So we can write here So P bar dot Q bar is equal to minus PQ. When we substitute cos 180 is minus 1, this will be minus PQ. Now similarly, third special case is when theta is equal to 90 degree. So if theta is equal to 90 degree, then we can write here so P bar dot Q bar is equal to PQ cos 90, and cos 90 degree is nothing but 0. So we can write here which is equal to 0. That means when we are taking the dot product of two unit vectors such that I dot j or j dot k or k dot I, so all these dot products will be equal to the 0. So this is the third characteristics or special cases of scalar product. Then if we have P bar and Q bar two values, so now if P bar equal to Pxi plus Pyj plus Pzk and Q bar equal to Qxi plus Qyj plus Qzk. Now we have to find the dot product of these two vectors, that is P bar dot Q bar, which is equal to Pxi plus Pyj plus Pzk dot Qxi plus Qyj plus Qzk. Now taking dot product of these two vectors, so we can multiply with Px to this second bracket. We have Px Qx I dot I plus Px Qy I dot j plus Px Qz I dot k. Similarly, now we will multiply with Pyj, so plus Py Qx j dot I plus Py Qz j dot j plus Py Qz j dot k. Now we will multiply with the third point, that is Pz. So Pz Qx k dot I plus Pz Qy k dot j plus Pz Qz k dot k. Now we have multiplied with this point in the bracket. Now we can substitute the values of I dot I, j dot j and k dot k, which is equal to 1. Then I dot j, I dot k, j dot I, j dot k, k dot I, k dot j, all these will be 0. So if we substitute I dot I 1, j dot j 1 and k dot k 1, then we can write the formula for dot product is, so we can write here P bar dot Q bar equal to Px Qx in bracket 1 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus we have Py Qy in bracket 1 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus Pz Qz in bracket 1. So now by simplifying this we get P bar dot Q bar, that is the dot product of two vectors, equal to Px Qx plus Py Qy plus Pz Qz. So by using this formula we can find out the scalar product or dot product of any two non-zero vectors. So this is about the scalar product. Next point we will study in next lecture. Thank you.